consistency, he's going to get moved out. The next game we come to, Green Bay at Chicago. It feels like this is a potential critical game for the division in week one. Justin Fields, one of the most crazy seasons last year in terms of obscenely low pass attempts, unsustainable rushing production in terms of the amount of breakaway runs. Are you expecting Justin Fields to be a guy that you can play in DFS, or is that price at 7.7K just too expensive?
Yeah, so when you're talking about dual threats in DFS, you want the guys like Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, and these guys, and Josh Allen, who they're not just going to score on the ground. They have to be able to put up the passes through the air to be able to do it as well. And Justin Fields at 7,700 on DraftKings, you need a 26, 27 point game minimum to justify playing that. Because if Sam Howell goes out there and scores 18 points, then the difference in what Sam Howell lineups have probably allowed you to do at wide receiver and running back might make up that difference quite easily between a team where you've played Justin Fields and then had to pay down at other positions. So I don't expect it to be a popular play this week. When I first started writing my column in our Discord, I expected more people to be interested in Justin Fields and DJ Moore after that terrible screen pass which DJ Moore took to the house during preseason. But looking around industry projections from sites which I trust, they're probably combined for less than 7% total ownership. So maybe that's a better play than I initially thought it was. I kind of leaned into the Khalil Herbert side of things, who, yes, he's only 5,300, but also is expected to be rostered at a very low rate. And he's the cheapest running back who I kind of feel confident this year. David Montgomery last year had 12.9 touches per game to Khalil Herbert's 9.9. But part of that is because this Bears offense wasn't able to stay on the field, so they weren't giving players, there was no hope for a running back to get to 15 touches, because 15 touches was about as many pass attempts as Justin Fields had on a good day. So if this offense can take a step forward and can be more efficient against the Packers defense that consistently lets us down year on year, then perhaps Khalil Herbert's the interesting play for me. But yeah, it's a tricky game. Is there any kind of lean that you have in this one, Rich?
I think there's two. You were touching on Khalil Herbert there. I love Khalil Herbert this week. I think that when he's given the volume, he's been fantastic. For me, I'd start Khalil Herbert over guys we've mentioned already: Brian Robinson, Kenneth Walker, David Montgomery, Deion Jackson, Dalvin Cook. Those are all guys that I've got ranked behind Khalil Herbert this week. And I think that at 5.3K on DK, that's a really good price. And you can get some decent volume out of that. But look, I've been talking up one receiver in Green Bay all off season. We're coming into week one. I wasn't expecting him to get much play, but Christian Watson is dealing with a hamstring. He's not practiced again today. Romeo Doubs was limited. It's looking like he may play. This could be Jaden Reed. I've been saying all off season, he could lead the Packers in targets. I didn't expect it to come in week one, but it could genuinely come in week one. And look, he is 3K on DK, Tom. Are you thinking that at 3K, he's worth that flyer?
So the 3K range is really difficult to hit on DraftKings because basically it's a crapshoot. And but if one player scores a touchdown, that player can be in winning lineups in virtually every contest. So in week one, yeah, I think there's something to be said for going, okay, Jaden Reed has a very easy path to be more relevant than possibly Tutu Atwell or Puka Nacua. If you're looking at the Broncos and you're saying, okay, Jaden Reed versus Marvin Mims, the way that Marvin Mims is going to win the ball against the Raiders, we're looking for those downfield attempts. Whereas Jaden Reed in full PPR formats might be a slightly more interesting play. So, I mean, I wouldn't have any faith in Jaden Reed for a redraft setting or dynasty. But I don't know, maybe it's worth throwing together a Jordan Love, Luke Musgrave, Jaden Reed stack with Khalil Herbert as the bring back and just riding off into the sunset to make all your money.
That's it. I've already start making plans for spending my $1 million.